So a company can, when the company has cash, they can either invest in capital expenditure, they can acquire another company, they can pay dividend, or they can purchase own shares. Okay, so 4 ways. So I'll talk about the last one, purchase own shares. So you look at the Amazon, for example. In this chart is the okay. Let me explain. Diluted EPS means earning per share, right? So over this period, this 5-year period, the earnings per share has increased by 36% per annum. Okay, that's what this chart means. And similarly, the net income of Amazon for these 5 years has increased by 38% per annum. Okay, now you'll notice that the earning per share and net income, they are not the same. In fact, the earning per share is slightly below the net income. And the reason is because you look at the number of shares outstanding, it's increasing every year by 1.3%. So what happened is that Amazon is actually diluting shares. Can anyone tell me why do they dilute shares? Why is the shares increasing? Why are they diluting their shares by increasing the number of share count? Anyone can tell me? Darren?
Employee share.
Yes, employee share, right? Very common. That means they give their employees shares. Okay? So there are 2 ways to give employees shares. One is that they have to issue new shares and give to employees. Right? Sometimes stock options, right? It's not so. It's like the company, the employee have to work for a few years. Then when they exercise stock options, then share is being so-called created. So that's issuing shares. Actually, the reverse is true. Employee share can actually result in decreasing in share, might decrease in share count. Will it happen? No, it won't. Sorry, wrong number. It won't. Okay. So usually it's employee share that might increase in share count. So that's one way lah. Okay. So you can see that because the number of shares of Amazon is increasing by 1.3 every year, so this result in the EPS fallen, right? So you look at the arithmetic, 36.9 plus 1.3 is roughly 38 also. So there is a formula one. Okay, there is a formula. Change of EPS plus the change in the share count is equal to net income. Okay. But if it's not the same, right, the difference is because of dividend. Because the company can also issue dividend. So this will affect the EPS, change in EPS too. Okay. Okay. How about Alphabet, right? So Alphabet it buy back shares. Okay. So you can see the shares outstanding is decreasing about negative 2.3% a year for 5 years. So it's negative means that the shares, total number of shares in the market is decreasing. And so that means it's buying shares. So when you buy shares, you notice that the earning per share, the increase in earning per share is more than the net income. So buying shares has the effect of increasing EPS. Now, why does a company buy shares? Is 2 purposes. One is that maybe the share price is undervalued. So the company now is acting like an investor, buying its own share because it feels it's undervalued. So it's acting like an investor. Another reason is because you want to support the share price. Okay, so when you buy share, when there's a share buyback, it increases the EPS, change in EPS. And assuming the P ratio don't change, right, your price will increase. Okay, so buying shares has the effect of increasing the share price. The last meeting I said that's what Apple doing, right? Their share price is overvalued, but they spend almost all their money in buying shares instead of investing in AI. Why they are supporting the share price? Because now Apple has completely lost its direction, right? He has no plans at all. I don't know AI. I don't know what they're doing with AI. So they just support the share price. That's why you see the share price Apple are actually quite steady. Although they have, everyone say overvalued and they are among the Magnificent Seven, they are the worst, right? No, I think Tesla is the worst, but this Apple is the second worst. Sorry. Hey, but now Elon Musk don't want to do politics already, maybe he will come back again. Okay, you never know, Okay, never say no good. Okay. Saber, Okay, so so I just show you some example like Microsoft is buying shares, so the EPS is slightly more than the net income. Mastercard also been buying shares from the market, and as a result, the EPS is higher than the net income. And this Apple, I think you already know, it buys quite a lot of shares. It's decreasing by 1 to 3% per annum. So you can see that the EPS, right, is up by 14.5% per annum versus 10%. Not small, It actually boosts the share price by 5% a year, or by doing this. Now I want to show you this because many people just focus on dividend, right? You thought that when a company returns cash means it's dividend, but actually no, a company can actually return cash by buying shares. So this will increase your share price. So at the end of the day, you still gain. Now for me, personally, right, since most of us are investing in US, right, for tax reason, right, it's better that the company buys shares rather than issuing dividend. The reason is because for tax reason, right, when the US company issue dividend, right, you are taxed 30% of it. So you only get back 70 out of every dollar, you only get 70 cents. No good, right? Whereas if they buy shares, right, your capital gain is not taxable. So it's more tax efficient if they buy shares. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. So for US company, don't worry about when there's no dividend. They buy shares, okay. Don't buy Apple. Don't buy Apple.